Okay, we are recording. Cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. This is our Team Engaged Coach Opportunity live webinar. You guys have been in the group for the last 3 days, so I hope you were able to see a couple of the videos that we posted and some of the informational posts that we put up there. And tonight what we're going to do is you're going to hear from a couple of the coaches on our team, and they're going to share with you a little bit about themselves and also a little bit about this opportunity and how it kind of works and how it changed our lives a little bit. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm excited for it. So I'm going to get things kicked off, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me. My name, first off, is Brian Rolka. I am a husband. I have an amazing wife. You can see her right there in the middle picture. Her name is Andrea. We just celebrated our 19th year anniversary a couple months ago. So we actually met in high school. Well, I was in high school. She was in college. Yeah, I like older women. She liked younger guys. I don't know. But been together, married. We do not have any kids, but we do have 7 crazy little fur balls that think they run the house. And that's actually why I coach, so we can, feed them and take them to the vet. Yeah, but yeah, no kids, but we have 7 cats. My wife used to actually work at the county animal care division. We did a foster program years back, and out of like 400 cats that we fostered, there was a couple that were just so special that we kept them ourselves. So that's why we have such a big family. I'm a coach. I've been a coach now for almost 5 years. It's going to be 5 years at the end of January that I've been doing this. And I'll tell you something, 5 years ago when I said yes to, and it wasn't a coach opportunity call like this, but my coach, he asked me to become a coach a couple different times, and I said no every single time that he asked me because I didn't understand it. I didn't know anything about it. But finally, I said yes, and the reason that I said yes was at the time I was still early in my journey. You can see in my pictures there for some of you guys that know me. I've lost over 100 pounds using Beachbody products. So my faith in the company, my faith in the products is strong because it worked for me. It was the only thing that worked for me, and it was something that I needed at that time in my life. And Beachbody came along at the right time. Just real quick, the reason why I started working out, I was turning 40, and my life was completely in shambles, I guess you could say. I was addicted to a lot of different prescription drugs. I was an alcoholic. I'm still an alcoholic. I'm just in recovery. I've been sober now for over 5 years. And things were just not great. My health was not great, obviously. I had the liver of like a 75-year-old heavy drinker. And I had high cholesterol. You name it, it was wrong. But more importantly, my head was messed. I don't know who. So, okay, I think I found the person. So it was a really rough time in my life. And the first thing that I did was I went into rehab so I can get those alcohol demons off my back. But once I got out of rehab, I knew I had to do something for my health. I knew I had to do something to occupy my time. And working out became that thing. And then eventually coaching became that thing. And that's kind of my why I coach. I coach so that I can stay sober. I coach that so that I could be healthy and not just physically healthy, but mentally healthy, emotionally healthy. That's why I do it. So going back to what I started with, I was asked to become a coach a few times. I said no, and then finally I said yes because I was hooked on Shakeology. Back then, we didn't have Beachbody on demand. You guys are lucky. Beachbody on demand now. So whenever we finished a program, we had to buy another program. Now you don't have to do that. Now you get all the programs you want, all the new releases. So with the coach discount, I knew I was going to save money on Shakeology. I knew I was going to save money on future programs. So that was at that time the only reason I became a coach. But then once I became a coach and I was exposed to the community, and I did some trainings and I learned more about the opportunity, I said, wow, this is something that I could do. And maybe I could do it where I can get my Shakeology paid for. Maybe I could do it where I can, get some extra money to pay off some bills. Back then, I had no idea that this, with a little bit of work, what this opportunity would be able to do for me and what it has done for me. And I'll go into a little bit of that in just a second. So why should you become a coach? So I mentioned a couple of those things just now. As coaches, we all save 25% off of anything that we purchase at the Beachbody store. That means if you're getting Shakeology right now and you love it like we do and the coaches on the call, and you're paying $130 for it every single month, don't do that. Enroll as a coach. If for nothing else, you don't have to do anything. You will pay less than $100 for Shakeology because you save that 25%. So you're paying retail right now when you could be paying wholesale as a coach. That's what we pay. So it's kind of like a no-brainer if you're hooked on it. I do it to keep myself accountable. I mentioned that, coaching, I run my own challenge groups. I get to meet so many amazing people, coaches as well as challengers, and they keep me accountable. As much as I try to keep them accountable, they do the same for me, keep me accountable. The community is amazing. As a Beachbody customer, you're exposed to like a little piece of what Team Beachbody is, but when you become a coach, you're exposed to it all. You actually see the inner workings of Team Beachbody. You're able to do all the different events that we have all year long, and we'll talk about those events coming up. And you'll get added to some other different coach-only groups that are really, really cool. So the community is just amazing. And then we get to help people. And that's what I love about being a coach, is that I get to do something every day. I have the opportunity every day to help change someone's life, just like my life was changed. And then sometimes I get the opportunity where I could actually help save someone's life, just like my life was saved. My life was saved with Beachbody and with this coaching opportunity. And that's why I pay it forward every single day. And we coach to earn some extra money. Who doesn't like to have some extra money? Who doesn't want to get their Shakeology for free or have some extra money for gas, groceries, bills, your mortgage, take vacations. Okay. Which one am I on? This one. So going into money, I'll show you a little bit about how much that I make. Since I started as a coach. You can see there in 2013, I made $74 for the month in February. And that was because of me, because I signed up my wife as a coach, and I bought a challenge pack for her. So that income there was basically my money back then. But then 1 year later, for the month of February, I was over $1,000. And then you can see how it climbs. And the reason why that happens as a coach doesn't all happen because of any retail sales that we do as coaches, but it happens as team sales. So you actually earn income from everything that's happening below you in your network. So the term residual income comes into play with this business. Okay. Now there's 3 different types of coaches. Now before I explain each one real quickly, a coach is a coach is a coach. So when you enroll as a coach, you're a coach. Beachbody doesn't put any designations next to coaches. What we do, though, as coaches, we kind of describe how other coaches work their business, if they work their business at all. And that's why we use these 3 types of coaches, or these 3 terms. A discount coach, when we refer to somebody as a discount coach, that's somebody who just became a coach just to get that 25% discount that I was talking about. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You don't have to do anything else. There's nothing else required of you, and you're going to get that 25% discount. The only thing that's required of you, there's a coach fee every month. It's a $16 coach fee, and we're going to talk about what that covers. But even with that fee, you're still saving $16, $17 a month off of your Shakeology, and of course anything else that you purchase is going to be 25% off. A hobby coach. A hobby coach is somebody who, they have a full-time job. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I also have a full-time job and I work this business. But a hobby coach is someone who is just dabbling in the business side a little bit. They love saving their 25%. They love the products. And they share it with other people, most of the time friends and family and coworkers. And every once in a while they can make a sale. Maybe one of their friends becomes a coach, so they earn a little extra income doing that. And the final one, and the one that I am and the other coaches that you're going to hear from on the call tonight, we're business builders. And we are coaches who are all in. We are all in. We are trying to build our own business. We are trying to build, like it says there on the slide, a life of freedom. Even though I love my job, I'll tell you one thing that I do hate about my job, and it's that, someone telling me how much money I am worth an hour. This is it. This is how much money you're worth an hour. Or me having to put in a request in so I can take time off, or that part of my job I do not like. So I am in this to eventually bring myself home from my job and bring my wife home from her job, so that we can actually, even though I kind of coach full time, that we can really do this full time and then have that freedom to do what we want, where we want. Because coaching, you can do that from anywhere. So is it a pyramid scheme? God, we get this question all the time, and this is what a lot of people think about multi-level marketing. No, it is not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are illegal. They are illegal. Beachbody is a multi-billion-dollar company. They have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. There is a government agency that actually goes out. You guys know there's other MLMs out there like Avon and some other things, hair products or whatever. But there's a government agency that actually investigates all of these companies to make sure that they are legit, that they are following all the rules and regulations. And I'll tell you, Beachbody is the company that's on the top. They are the ones who follow everything perfectly. There's total transparency. Pyramid schemes are illegal, and it is not a pyramid scheme. But even looking at this diagram here, something I want you to think about is that almost every business is set up in this kind of pyramid, right? So you might work for a company.
What diagram?
An employee at a company. Well, first at a company, you'll have the CEO. It's one guy at top, or the board is at top, a few people. And then underneath them, there's managers, and there's more of them. And then underneath the managers are supervisors, and there's more of them. And then finally at the bottom is employees, a whole bunch of them, right? Every business is set up with this kind of triangle thing here. The only thing with being a coach is instead of being on the bottom as an employee, you are up at the top as your own CEO, building your own business, okay? With that, I am going to turn it over to Alexa, and she's going to talk to you about herself and the next couple slides.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Alexa. I am a wife to my husband, Mark, and we've been married for 3.5 years. I'm also a dog mom to my little Chihuahua, Lacey. I'm a full-time nanny, an owner of my own photography business, and a coach, and I've been a coach since February of 2016. I was more of a hobby coach until this past January, and then I became full-on business builder. I'm a 5th generation entrepreneur on one side of my family and a 4th generation on the other. So my goal is to be working from this office full-time within the next year, because I am not made for 9 to 5. And during my journey with Beachbody thus far, I have lost 20 pounds and gained a ton of confidence and all my happiness back. So what is a coach? I hear tons of different misconceptions a lot when people are talking about becoming a coach. They often think that they have to be a fitness and nutrition expert, which I am absolutely not. Learning every day as I go, just like you guys. They also think that they have to be at their peak fitness or hit their goals with nutrition and weight. Definitely not. I actually joined as a coach at my heaviest weight I've ever been in my life. And they often think they have to be an experienced salesperson. Definitely not me either. But what a coach should be is someone who is dedicated and devoted to helping people achieve their goals. They need to be someone who can consistently share how Team Beachbody and their programs can help change their lives. By doing so, you have to be committed to being a proof of the product, working out every day, drinking Shakeology, showing that this lifestyle does work, and then being able to help them find which programs would work best for them and how to start this lifestyle. Also, they have to be committed and to improving and developing themselves with personal development, which is my personal favorite. I spend at least 30 minutes a day reading personal development to better myself so I can help others better themselves. All right, so the benefits of being a coach, there's so many, but for starters, you just set your own work hours. If you have a full-time job like Brian and I do this for other coaches, you can find little pockets of time. So I know for myself, I don't have to be work till 9, but I get up every morning at 5 and spend that extra morning time on my business. Every lunch hour, I'm working on my business. And then at night, whenever my husband's not around, I'm working on my business. So you can spend your lunch hour or at night, instead of watching TV, devote that time to your business. As your business grows and you can afford to spend more time focusing on it, you can be able to start the transition from Team Beachbody to full-time coach. You can also choose to work your business in person, online, or both. I do both. This business is super flexible and will work for anybody. Every day, coaches share their passion for being healthy and fit to attract other people just like them to their business. It's all about finding your tribe. So what do we do as coaches? We help and encourage people to get fit and healthy and to find the perfect balance for this lifestyle that will fit with them. We work out and eat healthy to be an example that how this lifestyle will work. We refer friends and family to the Beachbody products, and we run challenge groups, which is just a support and accountability groups that I'm sure most of you have been part of. We run them together and invite people to join us to help us all, including ourselves, stay accountable and on track. And with that, I think Brooke's up next.
I am. Thank you, Alexa. Hey, everybody. So I'm Coach Brooke, and I have been coaching. This January will be 2 years. And like Brian said, I was approached by my coach a couple times within, 6 months, more than a couple times probably, but I would just be like, no. I didn't want to do this. I didn't really understand what coaching was. So hopefully as we go through these slides, you guys are getting a better understanding of what it is. And I think that the word coach is threatening to a lot of people because it scares them. They're like, oh, I can't coach, and Alexa touched base on a lot of like what a coach should be and whatever. So anyways, I'm going off on a tyrant, and I usually do, so just bear with me here. So a little bit about me. I've been a coach for almost 2 years now. I finally said yes. And I'm a 38-year-old mom to 2. My oldest is 7, and then I have a daughter who is 4, almost to be 5 in January also. I've been married to my husband, Nick, for 8.5 years. And I also have a fur baby. She's over here asleep. But anyways, her name is Elsa, and she just turned 1 year old. And I am a Disney fanatic, like to the max. That is the way to my heart, besides coaching. I am also a PTA mom, so I'm in one of my kids' schools at least 3 to 4 times a week doing something. I'm headroom mom for my first grader. And I am also a P90X and Insanity certified instructor. So I finally am teaching now. It took a while to find a position for me to be able to teach, but I've been teaching now for 2 months, and I absolutely love it. And I never in my wildest dreams thought that this would be me someday. So as you can see in the top right picture, that's a little bit of my transformation. I've lost probably close to 40 pounds, and I'm only 5'1" if I have shoes on. So as you can see, like in the one on the very left, I had my daughter a year before that, and I don't know what happened, but it just caught up to me like mad. I was 160 pounds. So, and after a great round, I was diagnosed in the hospital with tachycardia, which is my resting heart rate was like in the 130s. I had borderline high blood pressure. Yeah, my resting heart rate was in the 130s. Yeah, it totally was. Now it is totally normal in the 70s and 80s. And my blood pressure is where it should be, as well as BMI, but I don't really pay attention to BMI. So anyways, and I owe that all to Beachbody and especially Shakeology. Shakeology is a key ingredient that I can talk all day about because it is what really saved me, I believe, at this point. So next slide, please, Brian. Okay, how much time is required? Well, as a parent, as a PTA parent, and instructing in my early mornings while my daughter's at school for 2.5 hours because she's still in preschool, it's kind of sort of up to you. You can make a schedule, but let's be real here. You know, you don't know when your kid's going to come down with an ear infection, or you don't know when you're going to call from the school saying so-and-so is injured on the playground. Knock on wood, none of that's happened, but of course it could happen. So it's kind of sort of about, you kind of have to wing it, or at least I do. I do my PD every single day. I do my workouts every single day, make sure I drink my Shakeology. I touch base with my challengers every single day in my group. And then I also make it a point to at least connect with 3 to 5 people, if time allows, a day. And so it's really how much time you can put into it. So last night I was working up late because you know, the call that we were on last night, a training we were on, so it was a little later than expected, but you know, it just depends. Like, this is late for me tonight because the kids need to be put to bed and they won't go to bed without me. So anyways, so it's just up to you. You just have to kind of play it by ear, see where it falls for you and where it works out for you. All right, do I have to sell? The answer is no. And that is a question I get all the time. Do I have to sell? No. And please do not think this is like your average 31 business, or, you know, you're selling hair products or something like that. It is not, because what you're doing is you are helping people and you are saving lives every day, and you are a product of the product. So it is so much different than your average network marketing business. So, but I am the queen, like I should have a tiara on right now. I am the queen of hiring discount coaches. I love my discount coaches. Okay. I just adore them. So if you are drinking that Shakeology, if you are drinking any of the performance line, if you're not, you should be, because that is like so bread and butter to get through your workouts sometimes, especially when you're doing stuff like Insanity and stuff like that. But anyways, you know, just if you're doing anything that you're doing on auto ship, you need to be a coach just for that discount. And no, you don't have to sell. I guarantee somebody's going to come to you and be like, oh, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? How have you lost that much weight and stuff? And, you know, that's up to you if you want to get into it, but sooner or later it's going to happen. So, but yeah, don't press yourself if you're not ready. So don't worry about that part. And where will I find people who are interested? Well, I was watching something at a Tony Horton Super Saturday that I went to, and a girl said she does not friend people on Facebook that are recommended to her. And here's why. Those recommendations are usually linked to other coaches. They are linked to people that have a coach, stuff like that. So what I do is I go into groups that are local, groups that fit me and my likes, and I friend people out of there. So I friend, on Facebook, I won't necessarily go in and I look for moms. I look for people that are obsessed with Disney stuff like I am. Lisa and I kind of butt heads on that one because she takes them and then I take them and then we go back and forth. But and that's totally cool. But yeah, so that's how I find mine. And then on Instagram, say I go between Facebook and Instagram. Those are my two. I will find people there by hashtags usually a lot of times. So you got to be very, very, if you're posting on Instagram, just be very kind of out there with your hashtags. Don't use common hashtags all the time, and just, you got to work. You got to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me here. You got to be
unique.
You gotta kind of put yourself out there. Just be different. All right. Grab a hold of it. Be different. Search for those groups. If you have a Chihuahua like Alexa does, search for Chihuahua mamas, and and they don't have to be local necessarily. I mean, we coach people in different states, so it doesn't have to be local. Just, look for things like that. Look for people like that. And also, I suffer from anxiety, and I have for a long time. And I also go into anxiety and depression groups, and I will do a lot of lurking. But then, fitness and this whole thing has really changed a lot for me when it comes to anxiety. So I pull people out of those groups as well. So just be, fun with it, have fun with it, and just, whatever. I'm going to turn it over to Tara because I have a feeling that Brian is like, let's go, Brooke, let's go.
He's like, okay, Brooke, enough. Hey, everyone. I'm Coach Tara.
I told you, it's bad.
I am a wife of 2 years to my husband, Adam, this coming December, actually. I'm also a fur mom. I have a lab pit mix. His name is Charger. You can probably see him in that one picture. We're on a hike in that one. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I recently got out this year, actually a couple months ago. So that being said, I'm also a new coach. I actually just started up in September when my coach reached out to me, and I'm not the person to turn things down, so I jumped right on board because I will give anything a chance once. If I'm not into it, then that's that. But this has been a great experience so far, and I plan on sticking with it because there's so many great experiences and opportunities you can really get out of it. I'm obsessed with a lot of things, as you can see, that being tattoos, Target, Disney. I love sushi. It's a few of my favorite things. I like doing art in my free time. I like to draw and paint, just something I've been doing my whole life. And I am a Philly girl, and I'm living in Hawaii right now because of the military. So that's a little bit about me. Okay, so for this one, I'm sure any of you that watched my video earlier this week saw that I was driving for people in the military and veterans because you guys can coach for free, and I'll say it again, you can coach for free. So that coaching fee that Brian was talking about, you don't have to pay that. So you can get that discount. You can get all of these opportunities and everything that comes along with coaching for no cost at all. So all you have to do is turn in your paperwork, whether you're active duty or veteran. You'll turn in your LAS, BIR, whatever, or your DD-214, and coaching fees are completely waived for you. So that's an awesome opportunity if you are active duty or a spouse, because I know spouses, I've met a lot of military spouses who are at home and have nothing to do, and they want something to pick up their time with. And this is a great way to do something good for yourself, good for others, if you are a spouse as well.
And just real quick, currently, this is true for U.S. only right now. So U.S. military, active military, and U.S. veterans, this applies to. We're also in Canada and the U.K., but this isn't over there yet if anyone's on the call from there.
Okay, so with coaching, there's a ton of rewards. It's not just the possible income. It's not just what you can get out of it. There's so many things. So of course, if you're a coach and you plan on selling things and making the commission, you're going to get that. Brian touched on it a little bit, so you will get a little bit of commission based off of what you sell to others. But not only that, you will also get bonuses for your team. So if you start to build a team underneath you, if you get people to sign up under you, then you will get bonuses for that. And then also with that, you're going to get trips that you can go on. They have cruises. There's a whole ton of trips that people have gone on. Me being new, I personally haven't been on any trips yet, but I'm looking forward on possibly going on some of those trips because some of them look really cool. So that's definitely a great opportunity that you can get rewarded with. And then another thing is the recognition. So we as coaches like to recognize what everyone around us is doing, all of the good that they're doing. So whether it be something small or big, we like to recognize that you're doing good. So we just give like small shout outs in groups, whatever you're a part of. We just want to recognize that you're doing something good for yourself and good for others. And that just makes you feel good as, you know, a coach, as a person. And then also the learning and the personal development. So you're going to get a lot of experiences coaching where you're going to learn a lot of new things. You're going to learn about others and about just a variety of different things. And the personal development, like there are books that are going to be recommended to you to read that really just expand your mind. And this was such a big thing for me because I had never really thought about personal development, believe it or not, before coaching. And recently I was added to one of the groups to where we can work on personal development together as a group. And it just really makes you think so much deeper into your purpose and your why and what you want to get out of life, and not waiting last minute until you don't have your chance anymore to get there. So that's just a few rewards that you can get as a Beachbody coach. Now I'm just going to dive into how you can earn money. Like I said before, the commission. So the 25% commission is really just not a rounded number. What am I looking for? You can earn less, you can earn more. It's a middle. I don't know why I can't think of the word right now. You know what I'm trying to say. You earn
25% off of any product in the Beachbody store. That's pretty much a flat rate there. But on certain promotions like challenge packs, and I'm sure people on the call has purchased challenge packs. As coaches, we earn a little bit more on a challenge pack, anywhere from 30 to 35%. And then also on Beachbody On Demand subscriptions, we earn 40% as a coach on anytime a customer's Beachbody On Demand subscription renews. So yeah, you're right. 25% is actually kind of the low end.
Yeah, it's kind of the in-between. Sometimes you can get a little bit lower, but usually it's going to be on the higher side of that. So that's kind of like a middle percentage of what you're going to earn in commissions back. And then also along with the commissions, you can get the team bonuses like I had mentioned earlier. So if you start growing a team and they start selling, you're actually going to get a percentage off of that going back to you if your team does well and you teach them how to coach as well. And they start sales, then you're going to get a piece of that back. And then also the matching and quarterly bonuses, it'll show you on the next slide actually. It's probably a better picture for them. So this is just a good example of a quarterly bonus, and this is quarterly, like this is crazy. So when you become a leader and you get leaders underneath you, so you're a coach and then you get coaches who have coaches underneath them, you start growing a whole team, you're eligible for these bonuses. So this is just a quarterly bonus of a double star is making $939, and then all the way down to the superstar bonus, that is actually a cumulative bonus. So that superstar diamond is making $75,000 in just one quarter. So that's insane. And the fact that all of us can reach that as long as you put in the work for it is an amazing opportunity. And I'm just going to touch on that a little bit more because Beachbody isn't going to give you the money. You need to work for it. So if you want to be a coach and you don't really want to do this, you just want it for the discount, that's totally fine, like we've been saying. You don't need to, sell anything. You don't need to grow a team. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, no one's forcing you. This is just for you. And if you want to grow your business and you want to make that money, you absolutely have the opportunity to do that and to become one of the millionaires in this business. So that's about it for that one. Okay, and the last slide, what to expect from our team. So a big thing is you need to know we're not just gonna sign you up as a coach and just kick you to the curb and leave you alone, having no idea what to do. We, as a team, we conduct new coach training. So you get new coach training on the Team Beachbody website that is through the company, but we also do individual training as a team so that you can hear a little bit from us, a little more personal, our experiences, what works for us, how we can help you kind of thing. And then we do team calls. So every week we meet as a team, we do a call together, go over some stuff. You'll learn more on there. There's team building events. So every year there's a coach event where you all get together as coaches and you get to work out together with all the super trainers and, just get to meet all of the other coaches that you've been working with through the computer in person. So that's pretty cool. And then there's leadership training too as well. So when you become a leader and you start to build your business, you get to go to this leadership training where you can learn more about how to lead and how to, expand your business even more. And then of course we have a Facebook team page. So we all coaches have a page on Facebook where we can get together and talk about coaching things off to the side. Aside from all of the challenge groups and everything like that, coaching questions, anything you might want to ask or go over, any sort of personal things, you have, your team of coaches there to help you through it. And of course, again, the recognition and accountability. Even though we're coaches, we're still there to be accountable for each other. So we like to get on there, and if we have a coach who ranks up or if we have a coach who does something great or loses weight or whatever, we like to recognize that, and we like to put that out there and just get on there and be accountable for each other and keep each other going through that. So that's what you can get from our team.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. Sure. Okay, so what are the options? If you're ready to join our team, you're ready to help others achieve their health and fitness goals, become a coach, enroll as a coach. And if you're okay with staying a customer, paying 25% more than a coach pays, then you could remain as a customer, as a regular challenger and a customer. So those are your two options that you have. If like we talked about, that 25% on Shakeology, that's a huge reason to start becoming a coach. And then you're going to get invited to all of our groups that Tara touched upon. We have our team page, which is awesome. We're always sharing really cool stuff in there. We do, if you want to learn more about how the business works, we do those new coach training calls. Every single week we have a call. We also have team-wide calls where we'll invite other coaches to speak on them. It's just an amazing community that we have here. So you get all of that when you enroll as a coach. How do you enroll as a coach? It's simple. If you want to enroll as a coach, it is a one-time $40 sign-up fee, and that $40 covers your toolkit that Beachbody is going to mail out to you. And it also covers them setting up your coach online office. As coaches, we all have a back office. And in that back office, we have all of the tools that we need to run a successful business. We have a customer management system. We have an order system. We have an email marketing campaign system. We have, it shows your team structure. There's just everything that you need, and all the product training guides are back there for every single product that Beachbody has. Challenge group guides, so much videos. I mean, it's just amazing. But So that's what your $16 a month fee, I think that's on the next slide. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's what that fee covers, and that $39.95 enrollment fee. Good news is you don't even have to pay that. Now, we already told you if you're U.S. military or veteran or spouse of the active military or veteran, it's waived. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and you don't even pay the monthly $16 monthly fee either. But if you're not, and you've ordered a challenge pack in the past, you can actually don't have to pay that $40 either. That $40 fee is waived for anybody who's ever purchased a challenge pack in the past. If you've never purchased a challenge pack, well, that's a great way to get started. You can purchase a challenge pack, and that challenge pack comes with Shakeology. It comes with Beachbody On Demand. Our all-access challenge pack is our best one because it gives you everything, every program ever created, and all new releases coming up. And within that is included a free coach enrollment. So you can enroll as a coach for free with the challenge pack. And then if you just want to sign up as a coach, don't want to do the challenge pack, you pay the $40 fee. But no one ever does it that way because, why pay the money? And then I talked about, so that $15.95 monthly fee, and what does it cover? Well, it covers that back office that I talked about. And also you get 2 websites. So you don't have to think, well, if I'm going to become a coach and run my own business, I have to get a website. Beachbody gives you it. They give you the websites. They actually give you 2 of them. So in this website, there's a couple customizations that you can do. You can put your picture up there. Things really simple, easy. And then you can send links to people, and they can go to your website. And if they make a purchase on your website, you get the commission off of that purchase. Or if they sign up for one of those free Beachbody accounts or free Beachbody On Demand, the 14-day trial, you will automatically become their coach. They will be your customer, and you'll earn any commissions off of them for anything that they order. So you have website. They give you the websites and they host it for you. So that's what the majority of that fee, that's what that covers. Your online office. Now remember, as a coach, I don't think we touched upon this, but as coaches, we don't have to buy anything and we don't have to sell anything. That means that there's a lot of other multi-level marketing systems out there where you have to buy the products, right? You have to buy them, like a whole bunch of them, right? Meet a quota or something. You get them delivered to you. You store them in your closet or your garage, and then hope you can sell them to people. With Beachbody, no, none of that. The Beachbody handles all the fulfillment for you, and there's no quota that you got to hit. You don't have to buy anything at all. But if you have a customer that is interested and they want to get a challenge pack or they want to get started on Shakeology, they go to Team Beachbody, or they go to your website and they sign up. Beachbody handles all the shipping, sends them the product. You don't do anything. You just refer them. You get the commission off of just referring somebody. It covers, that fee covers customer service, technical support, marketing, communications, training. All us coaches get a free subscription to Success On Demand, Success Magazine, Darren Hardy. So that's what all of that covers in there. So in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you on this call, they're going to get with you. They're going to ask you about the presentation, what you like most, if you think Beachbody is a fit that can help you achieve your goals, and if you're ready to join our team, and I know you are, then you can come on board and join our team. And now it is question time. So what I am going to do is stop the share, if I can find it. There it is. Oh, good. Now I can see everyone's face. So I want to thank Tara. I want to thank, where's everyone else? Alexa and Brooke. Awesome job, guys, presenting that. And now I want to turn it over to you guys to see if you have any questions. One of the great things I love about our team is that you can ask us anything. We're very transparent. I've been doing this for 5 years. It was the best decision I ever made. Well, best decision I ever made was asking my wife to marry me and her saying yes. And then the second best decision in my whole life was becoming a Beachbody coach, because it has completely changed everything around me in my whole life. And I just don't mean that financially. Financially, it has. But also in all the other areas that really matter. It has changed. Those trips that Tara talked about, those trips are amazing. And I've been blessed to be able to go on a lot of the different trips. Every year we have a Success Club trip, we call it. Last year, well, the first 2 years that I went, we went on a cruise. And what Beachbody does is they chartered out the whole ship, the Oasis of the Seas, and at that time that was the largest cruise ship. And the whole ship was just Beachbody. It was just Beachbody coaches and their families, corporate, and all the trainers. So for 4 days we were sailing around, and it's just wherever it's just Beachbody, incredible. This year was Punta Cana, which was awesome. The whole resort was chartered out, Hard Rock Resort, so everybody at the resort was all coaches, corporate, and trainers, and you get to work out live with these trainers on all these different trips. And the good thing was those last 3 trips I just talked about, I went absolutely free, me and my wife, because that's another incentive program that Beachbody has where you can earn those trips for free. We also have Coach Summit this year, or next year it's in Indianapolis. Last year it was Orleans. Completely amazing. That's when all the coaches get together, like 30,000 of us. We do live workouts. We do the personal development workshop trainings. We have dinners together. We meet each other for the first time a lot of times, because we see each other like all the time on calls and stuff like that. And then this is an opportunity where we get the chance to actually meet in person. So these events are awesome. And then there's also other events that are spread out through the year. So it's just been incredible experience. And when I started out as a coach, it wasn't like, I started as a coach and then a month later I was success, yay, I got everything. No, it took time, and I didn't, it slowly learn. And then, built kind of my customer base, built my coach base, and it kind of took off from there. And right now, it's such an amazing time to get on board because we just launched in the UK. That was last month, October 19th. 65 million people are now able to get Shakeology, get challenge packs, get Beachbody on demand, even though they had it before, Beachbody on demand. But now they're able to get Shakeology, and they're able to become coaches. 65 million people. So this is the best time to get in because this business is going to explode. And of course, it's almost January, and you know what happens in January, right? That's our busiest time as a coach. So, talking too much. Questions? I see one is in the chat. Does Beachbody have a program or affiliate with nutrition and fitness certification classes or training? Yes, they do. Let me throw that over to Brooke because she is certified.
I am certified in P90X and Insanity. Beachbody offers their programs. There's a handful of them. Country Heat, Insanity, P90X, Size, Turbo. Is Turbo Kick still being offered?
I'm not sure about that one.
Okay. So there's a handful of them that are offered through Beachbody. And they will give you, I don't know if you can see this, but here's my P90X Live certification. It's kind of like a little diploma, but it's a certificate that I can present to the gyms or the rec centers, wherever, that say that I have taken the course and that I am now okay to instruct. And then you just go from there. But there is no nutrition classes per se that are offered, but we highly recommend that you advance your studies, with like the National Academy of Sports Medicine and stuff like that, because you can make more if you have that background on top of it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who is that, Tanya?
It's my roommate's dog.
Oh. He's like, let me just jump up here and get some pets.
You have a question?
He's got a question, yeah. Any other questions, guys? All right, now we are going to leave the group open, our Coach Opportunity group, for the next couple days. So if you do have any questions, you can post them in there. And if you missed some of the videos or some of the posts, you can go back there and check them out. I think another chat question. Oh, no. That was just Claudia saying, great. But yeah, I hope that you guys come on board. I mean, you got nothing to lose. I mean, it's not this big scary thing. It's really cool to enroll as a coach, even just to, you know,
That's true.
Expand your to go from that customer to that coach is kind of, you know, and then be exposed to all those other things that you're not seeing right now as a customer. You'll get to experience them and see them as a coach, and it's really, really cool. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Once again, thanks Tara, thanks Brooke, thanks Alexa, and I will see you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.